MSNBC and CNN Sunday night TV schedules are a joke. MSNBC and CNN both broadcast from New York City, yet they can't find any news to report. So they play old Dateline episodes from 2020, a 2-hour special about a strange immune disorder among gay men, anti-Trump propaganda about January 6th, and 4 hours about the Titanic sinking in 1912. So let's review MSNBC's TV schedule this past Sunday night and early Monday morning. I taped all of these shows that I'm talking about to confirm that they actually played and it was not an error. I did not watch all of these shows, but they did play them. On Sunday, April 28, 2024, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., MSNBC showed Amon. Amon's shows began with a photo of Donald Trump on the screen with his fist in the air, and below him it said, "Authoritarian Trump regime." Then from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., MSNBC played a fake news show called Commitment to Life. This 2-hour-long show was about a strange immune disorder among gay men. Next, from 11 p.m. to midnight, MSNBC showed The Beat with Ari Melber. Oh, and let us not forget that from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., MSNBC showed Politics Nation with the Reverend Al Sharpton. Then, from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m., MSDNC showed Inside Politics with Jen Psaki. Her show's bio read, "Jen Psaki tackles the biggest issues of the week." But that's a lie, because Jen Psaki used to be a press secretary for Barack Obama and Joe Biden. And she is nothing but a Democrat propagandist who repeats Democrat Party propaganda and lies on the fake news. Then, if that wasn't enough fake news for one night, from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., MSNBC played a Dateline episode from September 25th, 2020, about a popular high school student found murdered in her bed. 2 students helped police solve the case, it read. Then from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., MSNBC showed another old Dateline episode from September 24th, 2020, about a mother of 2 who vanished during a storm. Turns out to be a victim of something else. Oh, but the Dateline rerun about dead women and teens isn't over yet, because from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., MSNBC showed another old Dateline episode from September 2020 about the homicide of a private first-class soldier and young mother, Carolyn Ramirez. A glimpse into the FBI's crime lab, an in-depth look, ... it read. So to recap, MSNBC's idea of news is the Reverend Al Sharpton, 2 hours of Amon, a 2-hour show about an immune disorder of gay men, Ari Melber, a show hosted by an ex-Obama and Joe Biden press secretary, and 3 old Dateline episodes from 2020 about dead women. Then I turned the channel to CNN to see what all the brainwashed and ignorant fools got to watch that Sunday night. The Anderson Cooper show was on. It was called CNN's Donie O'Sullivan Reports from the Fringe in MisinfoNation. The Trump faithful for the whole story with Anderson Cooper. They showed people on January 6th running into the Capitol. I saw a National Guard member, I think it was. He had on a black uniform and a helmet. His helmet said 4518 on the top, which I could see because it looked like he was stuck between 2 doors or wedged in a window. So the top of his helmet was about a foot away from the camera, which was right in front of him. I could see security and people behind him walking around, but there didn't seem to be anything major going on. And while this white man with the black helmet was wedged inside a window or between 2 doors, he screamed, "Ah, help me!" as he looked at the camera, which was not far from his head. Next, I saw people running into the Capitol, and one yelled, "We're in! We're in!" Then CNN went to a Republican who went to prison for being at the January 6th protest, who is now running for Congress. They tried to make him look stupid. I turned down the volume and brought up CNN's TV schedule. From 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., CNN showed a show called How It Really Happened. This show was about the fateful Titanic disaster in 1912, which we all know isn't going to tell the truth about who was on the boat or why it sunk. Then from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m., CNN showed the same Anderson Cooper show about the January 6th protest that they just played a couple hours prior. This show's description read, Donie O'Sullivan investigates viral misinformation's impact on the upcoming election, engaging with believers of QAnon. A January 6th felon is running for Congress, ... But once again, QAnon is not one word. It's the letter Q, then the word anon, not QAnon, one word. So it's funny that Donie O'Sullivan on the Anderson Cooper show claims to be investigating viral disinformation that affects elections, but they can't even get the name of Q and anon right. They put it together, one word, QAnon, but that's not what it is. Then, from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m., CNN showed the same 2-hour shows about the Titanic again, as if everybody wasn't able to see the show about the Titanic several hours ago. Finally, from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., CNN played CNN newsroom reruns from the day before. CNN, the obvious fake news show that broadcasts from New York City, is going to start their daily news at 6 a.m. because they can't seem to find any news going on in New York City or America. And I guarantee you they won't be reporting on all the illegal aliens that are sleeping all over the streets in New York City, staying in New York City hotels for free while trashing them on their way out. Or about the hundreds of billions of taxpayer dollars that we are forced to spend on illegal aliens, or about the constant crimes by illegal aliens in New York City and all around America. Instead, CNN plays shows about the sinking of the Titanic in 1912 for 2 hours, a propaganda show about January 6th, QAnon, viral misinformation affecting elections, and news from the previous day. Then, if that wasn't enough fake news for a Sunday night, they played it all over again. What a waste of 9 hours of news time that was. And we all just accept it like this is news because MSNBC and CNN are the ones showing it. But this is not news. It's just propaganda and fake news that is meant to keep people ignorant and misinformed about real news in history. I could show you more real news in 1 hour than MSNBC and CNN did in 9 hours this past Sunday night.